Hey everyone, Kane from VividChim here, and welcome to the Remake Debate, where we take a look at remakes, remasters, and reboots to see how they compare to the original project and whether they're worth your time. In this first video, I wanted to talk to you guys about Marvel's Spider-Man, released in 2018 for the PS4, and its remaster, released as an Ultimate Edition bonus for Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales on the PS5 in 2020 to bring a revamped version of the game to current-gen systems. This is mostly an information and opinion video instead of a deeper critique, but if you do want a game review, well, we have a video on the original game up on the channel for you to watch right now, as well as a Miles Morales video in the works as of writing this script. With that out of the way though, let's get into this. Now, with this being a remaster, talking about similarities doesn't make much sense, as they are fundamentally the same game with some minor changes and additions. So let's start with the elephant in the room here, Peter Parker's face. So Peter Parker, voiced by the wonderful Yuri Lowenthal, originally had a face model to resemble that of John Bubniak, which is the one you're seeing in the footage on screen right now. Well, for the remaster and subsequent appearances, Insomniac decided to recast the face to that of Ben Jordan. The reason Insomniac provided on the matter was that they wanted a model that better matched Lowenthal's face capture when recording dialogue, and it's safe to say that the reaction to this news was less than well received, with a like to dislike ratio reminiscent of that time I did say Fallout 76 wasn't actually terrible. And I want to say that I get it. This is a character who a lot of people connected to, myself included. I love Spider-Man PS4, and I personally think that the look of the original face is more relatable, but I'm going to be honest here, Insomniac were right to change it. It does genuinely fit the performance a lot better, and while it was very jarring to see at first and I didn't immediately dig it, just like the recasting of a movie character I enjoyed, I got over it, and now I'm fine with the new face. It still feels like Peter Parker and fits the quirky awkwardness of the character really well. Also, he's in a mask for a lot of the game, so, you know, make of that what you will. Personally though, I do think it's an improvement overall. Speaking of improvements, we have the addition of ray tracing into the game as well as a general graphical overhaul. It does look better and is an improvement, but the original game already looked pretty great, even on original PS4 hardware. I will say though that the night mode in Times Square is very nice and is a big improvement that shows off these upgrades at their peak. I love all of the colours and the reflections and the buildings. Also, windows are a big improvement in this mode, but I don't know whether it's enough to justify buying the game again, especially when it's locked behind a £70 paywall in the form of the Ultimate Edition for Miles Morales, instead of being sold as a standalone entity. It also has the 60 FPS performance mode, which, while feeling very nice to play, does take a graphical downgrade from the improvements, so it's really a matter of preference in that regard. The final improvement I want to talk about is the photo mode, which brought over the additions made in Miles Morales. These improvements take the already good photo mode to the next level and back on par with some of the games having used photo mode since the original Spider-Man game in 2018. The lighting mode is especially cool and makes for some absolutely beautiful shots, so if you're a photo mode connoisseur, that is a good reason to go the extra mile to get the remastered version of the game. You can also transfer your saves really easily by putting your PS4 disc and uploading them one at a time, so you don't have to redo all of the work you don't want to do. I know I didn't. I played a good 60% of the game for this video, then decided to transfer my nearly completed save file to get the platinum, because I have games to play and things to do. There is, however, one major issue with Spider-Man Remastered. It's buggy. Like, really buggy. I've had the game freak out multiple times with invisible people, physics bugs, whatever the hell this is on screen, and multiple softlocks that required a full system reset. I know they're pushing out some fixes, but the remastered version of Spider-Man, as of my recording and writing of this script, is a bit of a mess when compared to the original game, and that's something I think people should take into consideration. It's not all bad in the functionality department though. The use of the PS5's SSDs makes fast travel loading a thing of the past, as it's now near instant. It's so quick that they even turned off the subway cutscenes that played when loading, and now give you the option to turn them back on if you so desire, though I'm not sure why you would. The PS5's SSD continues to be a real game changer for fast loading on consoles, and hopefully a lot of the issues I do have will be resolved by the time the PS5 stock issues start to disappear, but as of right now, I'm not sure if it's worth the extra investment, honestly. I'm not even sure it's a remaster that needed to happen in the first place, because the original's only 2 years old. To wrap it up, I think Spider-Man Remastered is okay as a remaster. It would be good if there weren't as many game-breaking bugs, but overall I think it does a serviceable job. Personally, I don't think it's worth it as of writing. Spending £70 just to get this as well as Miles Morales, while a great deal that bags you 2 PS5 games, it's just, unless you're like me and love the first one enough that you'd buy it again, or don't have it at all and want to get it now, I don't see much point in picking this one up. The original version plays on the new system just fine, and while it doesn't have all the shiny new things, most of them are entirely inconsequential, with the only major thing being Peter Parker's face suddenly changing between games without it. What do you think about Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered though? Let me know in the comment section down below, I'd love to discuss it with you. Subscribe today for more VividChim content, or click the videos on screen if you want a video right away. I've been Kane from VividChim, and I'll see you all soon.